Hello guys, today I want to show you my Liminal Coil build for the Blood Mage in PoE2. I want to give you a brief rundown on the build items I'm using right now and what I'm used to in the mid game and early game, so you don't have any problems with that. First I want to go through the skills. The main skill obviously is Coiling Bolts. With that I'm using Zenith because it doesn't cost any mana, so just 20% maximum, 20% more damage buff. Also concentrated casting, which is also just more damage but less cast speed, but it's slaps harder to kill rare monsters. Also heft to 40% more maximum physical hit damage. Cast mastery plus one level of support chaos skills, and trickster charge for a bit of clear. And yeah, the next one is cast crit. This is something I will go over later. The other main skill is blasphemy. So in blasphemy you socket in 4 curse spells, in this case enfeebler, unbearable weakness, temporal chains, and repulsion, and also ritualistic curse to increase the area of the effect. This is your main aura which you debuff and curse your enemies to clear. There are also 2 more curses to use. This is Despair and Vulnerability. Despair, I'm using supported chaos skills, also Chaos Mastery again, Spell Cascade, so I can cast more of them. More area of effect, but more delay with Ritualistic Curse. Also Armor Break 3. Why Armor Break 3 is because of Deirdre's Undoing. When I cast it, there's some frogs spawning, which search the enemy and break the armor in the end. This is mainly used for bossing, so it armor breaks the boss and is a bit of single type damage. Vulnerability also just to get the Liminal Coil damage boost. Spell hits gain damage as extra chaos, extra physical. Vulnerability also just for bossing. You can use it for clearing, but just annoying. You can clear anyways with Calling Bolts alone and Blasphemy. There's also Moving Presence just for damage. It's prolonged duration, Chaos Mastery, Convalesce to begin energy shield recharge with cooler recovery and prolonged duration. From the Blood Mage itself, there's also Life Remnants with Remnant Potency, Harmonic Remnants, Catalt Rejuvenation, and I didn't fill it yet. And this is the main setup. Sniper's Mark also, you can equip a bow spell. I think you can just equip a bow spell, something like that. You can get your Sniper's Mark going with level 7 I have. So I don't have much dexterity. With Mark for Death, Charged Mark, and Eternal Mark. This is the main skill. I also have, obviously, Cast Critical Impurity, but I will go on later with that. The passive skill tree, it's just basic, bit of critical, mostly critical and cast speed, some energy shield stuff. This is very important. Meta skills have to increase reservation efficiency. This is used for Blasphemy, so Blasphemy doesn't cost insane a lot of spirit. This is my current Blood Mage Ascendancy tree. Just increase maximum life, life loss fits preventive maximum life, and energy shield on equipped body armor as maximum life. Also critical chance and base critical chance for spells. And something you can switch is this one, 20% of spell damage leached as life and 12% increased amount of life leached. This is mainly used because of the latest setup. Before that I used the Curse Infect Wisp of the Flash or Spell Critical Chance or Gore Spike. This is the one I used for most of the time in the early game where I didn't have a lot of critical hit chance. But with my jewels I have right now, I have mainly critical hit chance and spell damage. I'm at, I think, 97% or something. I can look soon. When I had high critical hit chance, I didn't need that anymore. So I switched to this here. It's just 50% damage reduce, and the enemies can't regenerate. This is nice for rogue exiles and stuff. So for the early game, I used, this is like my endgame equip, but for the early game, the two things I switched mostly was the helmet, the amulet, and the scepter. Because for the early game I used an alpha hole cap to get my spirit, because the because the power of the dreamer is a bit expensive. So I got myself a alpha's hole cap to get 100 spirit, and it's not corrupted obviously, so not corrupted gets 100 spirit. This is to get your blasphemy in. And with the alpha hole cap I used this for the main spirit and focus, mainly damage, no defense. I had like extra chaos damage, extra spell damage, level 2 all spell skills, cast speed, and this stuff to get my damage up. But when I reached around 300k DPS on here with coiling bolts, I swapped my alpha cap to just a normal energy shield helmet. That's my current helmet. It's alright. It has Raven touched with barbaric strength. Yeah, so this is the way I swapped to the Palm of the Dreamer Shrine Scepter, because if you switch off from the focus, you lose a lot of damage, and you need a decent amount of damage to make the swap. This increases your clear by a lot, but your single target drops significant. And this is why you need I had like 300k DPS in here in this tooltip. Yeah, I have 9% crit. This is the way I switched. And yeah, this was a big swap I could do with decent damage. I mostly upgraded my rings for the damage, and also the gloves. The gloves is like a very important part of the damage. I have the marksman gloves with +2 to level of all projectile skills, increased projectile damage, also increased critical damage bonus, and yeah, the physical damage, flat damage roll is like that's that for my thing. I didn't got any new gloves yet. It's one thing I can upgrade. Also have boots with increased movement speed. This just when sprinting, I might switch off from it again, because I'm not sprinting anymore, because I'm just leveling and don't want to die, because the most of my deaths are just tumbling into anything and just falling on the ground and die, because I'm stunned. It's sadly unfortunate. Yeah, but back to the damage thing, is just the gloves. So that's why I could swap to the Power of the Dreamer Shrine Scepter. Also your jewels is a lot of damage you can get. But you can also see it in the PoE Ninja what jewels I have. It's like 4 of the same ones pretty much. I bought them for like 80 divines. I don't know what prices they are now. Yeah. So before that, I used a different amulet. I can show you. I still didn't sold it yet. This is this one, which is just a Sarik's Gift amulet with 40 caster modifiers quality. Spell damage, level to all spell skills. For +4 is very important. It's like it's an insane damage boost. Also a bit of spirit. I think I needed a minimum of 30 spirit on my amulet, but I had it with 45. Increased cast speed and decent resistance, because I was missing a bit of chaos resistance. But I swapped it off with Absent amulet with cast and critical, because there's cast and critical that doesn't cost any spirit. With that I have increased spell damage, +4 to level of all spell skills, 50 spirit, and chaos resistance, which I still need for my build. If you don't need chaos resistance, probably cast speed is the best for it. So going to the cast and critical thing, this is like very late. I had like 400k DPS when I switched. Oh yeah, I think I can test it right now. What the damage changes? I think it isn't too big. 260. 350. So this is when I did my swap. It costs a good amount of damage to do the swap. So 350, 400k is a good swap. I'm kind of running it right now. And if you get the cast and critical amulet, you pretty much need this one, because the cast on critical has at least bloodletting, so it doesn't cost mana, it costs HP. Mana, it drains mana really fast, so it's not really effective, so I'm using my life, mainly energy shield anyways. Yeah, I also have bonus energy, spell cascade, living bomb, and comet. I'm gonna post the mobilities link, explain more things. The build costs like 2 to 2.5k divines. The biggest game changer was Mage blood, which I have mostly focused on resistance. It gives me like 66% resistance, and the Quicksilver is like just movement speed, and Sulfur for the just damage amplifier. Works good because I'm missing a lot of resistance on my other stuff, because my gloves, my boots doesn't have any resistance pretty much. My helmet also nothing, just chaos. My rings doesn't have any resistance as well. It's just my body armor who has triple T1 res. And the rest is doing the Mage blood. Really good upgrade. Before that I ran a triple res belt to get my res up. And yeah, for Liminal Coil, for the early game, you can just get a plus 100 increased spell damage 1. Single socket, and the spell hits gain like at least 27% was fine for me. Cast speed. Keep in mind to get level 20 carrying bolts, to make some damage is very important. After that I switched to this one with 2 sockets and Legacy of Lightstrike to get plus 2 levels on all spell skills. So I could this like can have some improvement, but it's pretty good. The rings, mostly relative items, cast speed, chaos damage, critical damage, some resistance like chaos, and it's just mainly damage focused. For the charms I have the silver charm, the Fall of the Axe silver charm. For the onslaught, it's really nice. The falling charm for any shield resource starts on use, really nice. And the golden charge spirit of the stack. I dropped it, so I used it. Really, I will switch to the cat one. I still don't have the currency for it. I don't much have it. 160. Don't know how much it costs. Maybe I switched to it. Yeah, this is pretty much maxed out Liminal Coil build. There's one thing I'm trying to test, which I still don't, is Wool Natural's Embrace, which costs like 600 divines or so, so it's pretty expensive. What it does is break armor equal of the chaos damage I do, and physical damage to chaos damage. I don't know if I really need it. Other thing is I have Radiance, which could be good, especially for the combat, because I have on the passive tree I have the diamond with extra lightning damage, so I have to do a bit of lightning damage. My chaos damage can shock, and the combats do extra damage. And also work really well. But first thing I'm gonna do is to show off in the map. I showed which tablets I'm using, which waystones, and 200% delirious. I think if you look at PoE Ninja, it's like 900k DPS on my Liminal Coil and 200k DPS on my comets. And effective HP is at around 20k or so. And the build can clear pretty much everything without a problem. And I'm just gonna quickly run through the map. If you see, like you see, everything falls over pretty fast. Overall, the build is pretty good, I think. The clear is really good. It's very FPS friendly, so it's not a lot of stuff happening on the screen, so your PC is thankful for the build. Bossing is alright if you see, you see the boss is tanking a bit of it. But it's fine. It's getting him done slowly. They're probably definitely better bossing builds. Overall, I think it's a good build if you invest a bit of currency in it, but there are better builds, obviously. But it's really fun so far. I can run anything, and before the start of the league, when it was shown, I wanted to do this build somehow. I didn't find not many tutorials or guides on it, so I mostly looked through the PoE Ninja of different people and got myself some ideas. Crafted anything. I tried a lot, but also failed a lot. I did part of the remaster very early on and didn't have any damage anymore, so I just swapped back and tried later. Same for the cast and critical. I tried with not with the emerald, but with alpha house cap to get a spirit for it. Also didn't have any damage because I mean I had the damage, but it didn't change a lot. Like the damage stayed the same. But I just lost tankiness because I had to use the alpha cap and also the HP drain I couldn't sustain pretty good. And yeah, so I just now swapped back to it and it works really good. It's fun. And yeah, I'm gonna finish the map really quick. Not like the hardest map, because as said, I'm focused on XP. Can I reset experience right now? I just I just typed it. Yeah. That's the only enemies like that, so I can type it. I think. XP. There's a shower of section. Yeah. As said, the single target it's okay, but nothing crazy. It's also pretty easy to kill. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish the map real quick. And otherwise this was with the showcase of the build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Also, the PoE Ninja is in the description. I'm gonna make a mobilities guide for it. For include instantly when I upload the video. But otherwise, this is also in the description. And yeah, see you soon.